Here's a name you can expect to hear come Oscar time, Chiwetel Ejiofor. He stars in the new movie 12 Years a Slave. The film is a true story of Solomon Northup, a free man sold into slavery before the Civil War.
Days ago, I was with my family, in my home. Now you tell me all is lost. Tell no one who I am. That's the way to survive. Well, I don't want to survive. I want to live.
Chiwetel Ejiofor joins us at the table. I'm thinking around here we can just call you Oscar, because an Oscar nominee is certainly coming your way, Mr. Ejiofor. But help me with the movie, because I saw it a while ago, and I have to tell you, it was so hard for me to watch. It was painful, it was brutal, it was very difficult, but I know slavery isn't pretty. But I walked out of the theater feeling so sad and so depressed. It was tough for me to watch it.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely that element to it that reveals some of the realities of what was happening. But I feel there's something so healing about his story.
And it's a true story.
A true story of Solomon Northup. I think the man is a true American hero, you know, and his story and what he endured and the way that he endured it is so revealing about human respect, human dignity, and what those words really mean, and really engaging with that. I think there's so few films out there that can really sort of deal with subject matter and these kind of wider implications.
Yeah, what's interesting about this, most movies have been about going from slavery to freedom. Right. Here is going from freedom to slavery.
And I think that way we all can go down the rabbit hole with him. You know, we all see it as, you know, I felt that with the book, you know, reading it for the first time, was one of the things was that it was so immersive, you know, that I started reading it as a kind of objective person reading a book, but then by the end of it, you know, I was in the experience with him.
Yes.
You know.
Solomon Northup, his memoir was published in 1853. I know you went back and read it to prepare for this role.
Yeah.
Tell us who Solomon Northup was.
Well, he was this kind of guy from, you know, from Saratoga, New York, and he sort of, you know, middle class, lower middle class kind of thing. He had a family and a musician, and he's, you know, tricked and kidnapped and sold into slavery in the South, and that's where he actually becomes this sort of remarkable odyssey. Where he manages to, first of all, fight for his freedom, to try and get his freedom. He doesn't manage to do that initially, but then it becomes a kind of fight for his sanity, and he reveals himself to be a truly remarkable person.
You said a script comes to you, wait years for a script like this, and then you get it in your hands and you wonder, can I do it? Am I ready for it?
That's true.
You question that about yourself.
Yeah, I mean, it was a strange thing. I got the script and I felt that it was an amazing story, this brilliant story, and but also at the same time I felt the responsibility of the story. I'd never seen a story from inside the slave experience in this way. I didn't know if there ever would be one, and I felt that responsibility, and I also just wondered whether I was the person, you know, and you question yourself as an actor and your own ability, and so it took me a little time, you know, to come to it, to sort of, you know, I had to press pause for a second once Steve asked me.
The director, Steve McQueen, of 12 Years a Slave, he said you were his first and only choice for this role.
Yeah, which is, you know, I mean,
a bit daunting.
Yeah, well, that's part of it, you know, that it's a wonderful thing to hear, and but also you do have that moment where you think, right, I hope he's right, you know.
So you want this film audience, other than to come to this film, but to come away with what?
I think it's just that thing. I think it's that thing about it's never too early or too late to investigate these ideas of what human respect means. You know?
This is what they say.
What human respect means, that's a very important thing.
Yeah, that's what I think.
This is what one film critic says about you, Chiwetel Ejiofor. This film has the potential to rocket this man from a character actor to a bona fide film star. And already they're picking up on it on YouTube. I don't know if you're aware. There is a video that is just designed for you about how to say your name. Have you seen it?
I haven't seen it.
May we show it to you? Okay. Maybe show it to you? Okay. Let's roll the tape.
Chiwetel Ejiofor. Chiwetel Ejiofor. It was just like any other Saturday for Chiwetel Ejiofor. Walk into a puppy store and eat an entire pizza. Chiwetel Ejiofor. Chiwetel Ejiofor. Chiwetel Ejiofor. Chiwetel Ejiofor.
We want to make sure people know your name,
great.
Chiwetel Ejiofor.
Did you know about it?
I didn't
You haven't
know
seen it.
about that.
I know you hadn't seen it.
That's great.
All right, well, Chiwetel Ejiofor.
May we call you Chewy, or would you prefer Chiwetel?
No, just Chiwetel for me. Thank you.
Chiwetel Ejiofor. Just checking.
Okay.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
You did
Thank you
an
so much.
amazing job.
And we'll be watching on Oscar night. 12 Years a Slave is in theaters now.